Hi, I'm IJ Popola, and I'm here to give my presentation on my theoretical framework for this literature review class, so we can start. My interacting and principal proposition is on this slide. The principal proposition is on providing inclusive education for children with special needs in developing countries like Nigeria, and how that opportunity creates a natural, stimulating setting for those children to learn. And this shows the benefits of inclusive education when they are in the system. My interacting proposition talks about the primary challenge of providing inclusive education really centers on the cultural beliefs and attitudes of all the stakeholders. And this also lapidifies inclusion, causes a challenge, and it really makes it very slow and sometimes impossible to achieve. My speculative proposition would be the idea that the ineffectiveness of inclusive education in Nigerian public schools is because of the limited knowledge and information that has been given to either stakeholders, really just the community, the parents, administrators as a whole. So I have three theoretical frameworks I'm thinking about. One I'm leaning more towards, and that would be the social cultural theory of cognitive development. My optional ones are social cognitive theory and cognitivism theory. So the social cultural theory of cognitive development is by Lev Vygotsky. This theory is important in showing the connection between the development of students with disabilities and the culture in which they live. My data will be collected based on cultural and religious beliefs of individuals with intellectual and learning disabilities. It would be in local, national, and international settings, and we'll also look at the laws and the policies surrounding that concerning students with disabilities. The data collected is going to help in helping us analyze the limitations and the resources that are available to make inclusive education possible. So my optional theory that I'm looking at would be the social cognitive theory. The social cognitive theory shows how significant, it shows the significance between observation and modeling and how it can change behaviors, attitudes, and emotional reactions of others. The data will be collected by journal responses, questionnaires, or one-on-one interviews. This framework will assist in analyzing the interaction and the trilogy between students with disabilities, their behavior, and their environment. The last theory that I will be looking at would be Vygotsky's social cognitivism theory. Now, this framework shows that the learning of students with disabilities can be explained through means of dialogue, verbal and nonverbal. It will focus on categorical perceptions, logical memory, conceptual thinking, and self-regulated attention of students with special needs. The data will be collected by giving students problem-based and technology-supported interactive digital material where they can answer questions, and educators will be giving a version of that as well. This theory will help in analyzing how students with disabilities learn and solve dilemma, and also teachers should be able to gain more understanding about teaching their own subject in accordance with the principles of cognitive learning theories. So the reason why I am probably zooming in on Vygotsky's social cultural theory of cognitive development is because of his reference to the zone of proximal development, which is what the in-between of what a student knows and probably what they will never know. And that zone, really, from the picture that we see here, it talks about the skills that are too difficult for the child to master, but with some guidance and some encouragement, which really is a thing for special education. If they're giving that guidance and encouragement, then it is more prone for the student to be engaged to complete their task and focus. So this Russian psychologist really, I look at the comparison of his work and the reality of Nigeria's cultures with the belief systems, and which really pertains and affects low enrollment of students with intellectual disabilities. And the three things that I'll be focusing on is from this theory is that individual development has its origins in social inceptions. Individual actions, whether in a group or single-handedly, is arbitrated by tools and signs, and the examination of both social and cultural context can only be properly examined by the genetic and developmental inquiry that we will be looking at with our students. So this is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to your questions. Thank you again.